Hi everyone and welcome back to SunBurst Tarot, where today we are doing 2024 horoscopes for Virgo. So the intention here is to do this for your sun sign. However, I do know that people who have gone through their Saturn return sometimes actually identify more with their rising sign. So if you have a Virgo in rising, or even a moon in Virgo as well, or a sun in Virgo, this video is still might be for you. Just take it as it resonates with you. I'm not claiming everything is gonna happen, but I will say that this is just a general look ahead video for the year. So looking at just at each one of your months. So this can be a video that you can come back to every single month to see if it's something that's happened, or if this is just a challenge to maybe be aware of for yourself. So with that, we're gonna get this reading started. I know I do this really weirdly or different than other people, so let's just get into it. So looking at Virgo for your January, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So I think we're starting off the year with just some concerns around money. I don't know if like the year before you had a something that just went wrong when it came to money, or just like a unexpected payment that came up, but I'm really feeling for you here. It's there's just a little bit of a worry about financial or material security, and I wonder if like some of you maybe have lost a job recently, or even have like had to take a pay cut, or you're having difficulties finding a job. So that's what I'm feeling here in the month of January for you. Looking into February, we have the Emperor reversed. So for you, I feel like it's also like a loss of control when it comes to February. With a little bit of material, financial stuff going on, and then here it's like it feels like you're losing control a bit. And I know Virgos, you like to have all your ducks in a row. There's a plan for the plan for the plan. And right now it feels like there is not a plan, question mark, or like the plan that you've had has kind of been railroaded so many different times that you don't even know if there's a plan anymore. So that's what I'm really feeling here, with just like a loss of control around just like the planning that you've been having, I think, with your life and where you kind of wanted this year to go. It's like I'm almost feeling this whole year for you is going to be one, there's going to be a lot of hits to take in the way of the best laid plans sometimes just don't come to fruition. So looking at February, we have the Empress. I see you getting a little bit emotional, but also getting into your feels. So for those of you who are either moms or want to be moms, this could be a really great sign of potentially becoming pregnant, or maybe this is when you would have a child. For those who don't, this could also be a sign of this is like a new idea, or the birth of a new plan, or the birth of like, I think, doing like a self-realization of just like your emotional self or your emotional state. I'm really feeling here that you might also have like some communications with like a grandparent, or like an older figure who has some mature, wise advice for you to kind of be like, well, this went wrong, but what's going right with your life is kind of the vibe I'm getting here. Just some down home, good, nurturing love and advice that I think is going to take you a really long ways. So going into April, Ace of Wands. For those of you trying to get pregnant in April, I can see this as just be a difficult month for you. Oh, goodness gracious. Stop that. Oh, gosh. There we go. My lights just went out because I kicked it wrong. But looking at the Ace of Wands as well, I feel like there's going to be a lot of things that kind of fall apart again. Whether or not that this is an idea, this could be even a conversation that you wanted to have that you're really confident about, and then it kind of goes sideways. But I'm also seeing here for you that it's like resolving yourself to, okay, that didn't go right. Why didn't it go right? What can we do to kind of improve it next time? Or what are we going to try and figure out? Really, this feels for me along the lines of, you also could be, this could be a month of arguments with people that have been a long time coming. Okay, so for May, judgment. So I definitely see that there is judgment, or like people are looking at you and critiquing you. I'm almost seeing this as a month of this criticism. It's a month of criticism. Unwanted criticism or wanted criticism, but I definitely see this as a month of criticism in general. There's people who are going to be probably giving you unsolicited advice. I also see this as a month of, if you have a boss or you have someone who's like above you, or clients that you work with, I definitely see them giving you some healthy feedback that to take to heart, or to not take to heart, that is on you. But I feel like it's, you're getting told something that you might not have realized around yourself, and that I think a lot of, it's like a kick in the teeth, it feels like, where it's like, I've been trying, I've been doing it, you've said this is right before, but it's like, actually, we really need you to do it this way. And it kind of almost feels like a little bit of a slap to the face. Not a bad thing, as I think this is going to be helpful for you to understand moving forward. But at the time, just because I'm seeing this as just a really, really, really rough start to the year, with things just kind of, all the plans are kind of just coming out of the woodwork and just not coming to fruition how you thought they were going to go. Looking into June, we have the King of Cups. So this could be an argument with people, with specifically a King of Cups, or just like a rocky part with a King of Cups. Or I'm feeling this is actually you coming off very cold, calculating, and with not a lot of emotion behind what you're doing. As a Virgo, I know that emotions can be difficult, especially when you felt like everything has been going wrong up to this point in the year. So you're feeling a little defensive. You're feeling a little, you're not feeling confident about yourself. And all the rigid structure that you've tried to hold on to, I think is coming out. The anger that you feel like with everything, it feels like collapsing, is coming out as, I don't care anymore. And like, I think you're gonna read someone who's actually might gonna make them cry, because I think if someone just sets you off, like you're like a volcano ready to blow, and emotions are completely out the window. It's all about straight, hard, cold facts for you. So that's what I'm feeling there in June. Going into July, the Five of Cups. So, oh my goodness gracious, I'm so sorry for you guys. The Five of Cups is all about kind of mourning something that you have lost, for me at least. And in this case, I'm seeing it as, I'm wondering if there would be I wonder if you're mourning your old self, or your old plans, your old, I think you're getting into a sense of melancholy, or even kind of like ruminating over everything that has just gone wrong this year. If you haven't, at this point, I would highly suggest a therapist or someone who you can talk to about all of this, because like I said, this is super rough. Like, what I'm seeing is just a very, very, very rough year for Virgos, especially in this first half, where I think all the structure and rigidity that you are so known for, and that I'm feeling about you, like, there is just none of it. So I feel like you feel like you are floundering in the ethers of like water and air and everything else in between, and there's no like groundedness, because it's like you're so stuck in all the other aspects of life, that you aren't able to kind of you aren't able to essentially organize your life anymore. It's like the box that you thought you could maybe put like, here is my happy emotions. I'm going to put it in the box. It's like, what do you mean there isn't a box? What do you mean there isn't a filing cabinet? What do you mean there isn't even a house to put the filing cabinet in? It feels like there's nowhere for it to go. So like how you've systematically in the past been able to organize everything, it's like there's no place to organize it, is the feeling I'm getting. And it's actually taking quite a bit of a toll on you, because I think old thoughts, feelings, ideas, shame is a pretty big one that's coming to my mind, that you've kind of locked away in its little itty bitty box to be hidden in the corner. Yeah, no, that box was destroyed and now it's just spewing out everywhere. So I'm really feeling for in July, please and thank you, for I think just your sanity and the people who around you who love you and care for you. Find some people, a therapist, I think, to help kind of go through a lot of the things that you've tried locking away that are now kind of just springing up everywhere. I also see you as probably extremely emotional in July. Going into August, the start of your birth month, you're at the frickety frick frack, stop that. Oh gosh, excuse me here quick. All right, the lights are back on. Okay, that's interesting that now we've done that twice. So yeah, a lot of it on, off, on, off. Yeah, I think we're trying to keep things in the dark, but we're illuminating different things. But aside from that, going into August, Six of Wands, feeling very confident. I'm wondering, like, as you're starting to process old emotions, thoughts, feelings, you're turning them into something positive, where you're able to, when something comes into your life that's like looking to railroad everything that you kind of have done, you're able to, I think, take those things that you've hidden away and actually turn them into strengths that you're able to showcase to others. It's like, I'm coming out on the other side. I'm putting the time, effort, and money and resources into really processing these emotions and being able to use my processing to help others or help myself be able to understand others better. So definitely see a lot of pride, but also a lot of the hard work that I think that you might have had to do in relationship to June and July coming to fruition, and you're able to showcase that in August. Looking into September, Nine of Cups. So you're sitting at the table. You are, where you were taking your lumps in the beginning of the year, you are starting to now, I think, starting to grow and thrive because you have taken your lumps. You're starting to grow. You're learning how to, I think you've taken the criticisms that you've gotten. You've taken the lumps that you've got, like, that you've had, and the unexpected twists and turns, and you've come out on the other side, where you are feeling abundant, where you are feeling happy, where you are feeling emotionally fulfilled, where the things that you were ignoring, you are now embracing, and you're able to speak about them and not be abrasive about it. You're able to be very communicative and actually like talk about things that maybe in the past you weren't able to talk about. So that's what I'm feeling here for October. No, so that's September. This is October, November, December. Okay. October. You have the moon card. So some things are coming to light of, I think this is like you actually realizing that, I feel like it's like a breakthrough moment here in October. You have a breakthrough moment of, this is like, it almost feels like an old memory or an old occasion or occurrence that actually really affected you in like multiple like places in your life. Like you're finally putting all the pieces together and it just clicks that it's like, this is why I'm the way I am. This is like the key turning point that's kind of affected all of the other points of my life that have kind of led me here. It feels like a giant self-realization of, hey, I fucked up. I screwed up a lot. And it's not that you use this as a crutch, but you're using it as like a springboard to be like, so that caused this to cause that then like went down to here, which is like now why I'm here in this mess. And it's like with this self-realization and the click of everything coming together, it feels like it feels like you're reeling a little bit. However, that reeling is overtaken by like a joy of being able to, it's like a sigh of relief or like a weight off your shoulders. It really feels like with the moon card here in October. Going into November, yeah, once this weight's kind of lifted off of you and you have like your aha moment, you're like, okay, now that that's kind of been put into place, you're planning your next move. You're putting all the safeguards into essentially get to where you're supposed to go within this next year. I really feel that you are feeling very confident. You're able to put new structures into place after the old ones have been torn down essentially, but you're putting the new ones into place. You're putting in new structures that like allow you to not hide things away, but help you process them. So an example of this might be like a warehouse where in a warehouse you kind of put boxes on racks and you pull them down when you need them. In this case, I feel like instead of you putting your emotions away in a warehouse, you're now putting your emotions on an assembly line where you put your emotions at one end and like they get processed, they turn into something new, and then they're able to be useful and be stored away not as new things, but in something that's transformed into a completely different, I think, positive emotion, or like positive processing, essentially, where you now have a finished good at the end, not a piece of raw material, if that makes any sense. Okay, then going into December. The Ace of Swords. Woohoo! Yeah, I think you, at the beginning of the year, you've taken your lumps, and now here at the end of the year, you're able to communicate much better. You're able to, I think, plan things better, and I wonder if you're gonna have like a really good like conversation, or even a, yeah, I feel like it's a conversation with someone who knew you at the beginning of the year, and then they meet up with you again at the end of the year, and they're like, you're two very different people. This feels like a giant year of self-growth, of self-worth, and I think you're stopping ignoring emotions, thoughts, and feelings that you've been hiding away from yourself, and you're now embracing them to exude a brand new you here at the end of the year. Yeah, this feels like a really good self-reflective conversation at the end of the year, that this, from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, you're two very different people. Um, and then just like your theme of the year is the King of Wands, which is really showcasing you. And I think it's finding your passions. And I think it's also you're showcasing uh, you're showcasing your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. They aren't taking a back burner anymore. They aren't being locked away in a box for you to address later. No, the addressing later is now come. The addressing is now, not later. So you're able to now express yourself. You're very quick with your words, but they don't feel oppressive. They don't feel mean or negative. They just feel truthful. They feel empathetic. They feel warm and fuzzy, but in the best way. Like warm and fuzzy, but so very honest. And it's not the stark, like cold, like the King of Cups reversed. It's like the hearth and home of like a family, of a wise person who's kind of giving advice as needed. That's the overall vibe I'm feeling for you this year, is like you're taking the bull by the horns and addressing things that have been ignored for a long time, no matter how difficult they are, because the universe is saying, yep, nope, you don't get to ignore these anymore. I'm sorry, not sorry. Oh, goodness gracious. I've been there, I've done that. I am Virgos. I wish you the utmost patience, yeah. And then here you guys have cleanse and protect the solar plexus. So you guys are working on your solar plexus chakra. A really good thing. I would eat like so for your solar plexus, this is also about like your health as well. So like the solar plexus is all about like a really healthy body. So um I could see you like you might actually end up being like kind of sickly at the beginning of the year, but like by the end of the year, like you're actually a pretty healthy person. So cleanse and protect solar plexus. So for this year, it definitely feels like you are cleansing out the old and bringing in the new, but you need to address the old so we can let it go completely. Uh, and with that solar plexus, maybe drinking some lemonade or finding yellow to wear in like on rings or necklaces or maybe just in a shirt or maybe find like a yellow pair of underwear or socks. Um, just more yellow in your life, I feel like would be a really good thing for you. So, yeah. With that, that's all I have for your guys' reading, Virgo. Thank you guys for sticking with me here to the end. If you liked this video, please hit the like button down below. If you are interested in any like content like this, you can please hit the subscribe button. I do readings on individuals on YouTube, TikTok. I do true crime. I do pick a card readings, as well as just people in pop culture. So if you're interested in any of that, please stick around. Hit the subscribe button. I have a ton of content related to all of that. And then I think that's all I have there. So with that, please, I hope wherever you are, you have a great day or night. Uh, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. So thank you guys so much, and bye!